This week, we reflect on the life and legacy of Pope St. John Paul II, marking 20 years since his passing and remembering his historic visit to Scotland. We also look ahead to a momentous occasion as Blessed Carlo Acutis is set to be canonised later this month, becoming the first millennial saint. In global news, Cardinal Bo has issued an urgent appeal for aid and a ceasefire following a devastating earthquake, and in the historic first Bishops' Conference of Scotland has engaged directly with MPs at Westminster, addressing key issues affecting society today. I'm Katie Nelson, and this is your weekly Catholic Catch-Up. This week marked 20 years since the passing of Pope St. John Paul II, a leader whose influence shaped the Church and the world. Elected in 1978, he was the first non-Italian pope in over 450 years and served for nearly 27 years, making him one of the longest reigning popes in history. His papacy saw him become a champion of human dignity, an advocate for peace, and a key figure in the fall of communism, particularly in his native Poland. John Paul II was also a pope of the people. He travelled extensively, visiting more than 120 countries, often bringing messages of hope to persecuted Christians and those suffering from poverty, war and oppression. Among his historic visits was his 1982 trip to Scotland, when he became the first pope to set foot on Scottish soil. During that visit, he was greeted by over 300,000 people at Bellahouston Park in Glasgow, delivering a powerful message on faith and unity. He also met with clergy in Edinburgh and young people in Murrayfield, calling on them to be strong in faith and love. The visit left a lasting impact on Scotland's Catholic community, strengthening their faith and sense of mission. His final years were marked by physical suffering, but he remained steadfast in his witness to the value of life and suffering. On the 2nd of April 2005, as tens of thousands gathered in St. Peter's Square, John Paul II passed away in the Vatican, marking the end of an extraordinary papacy. He was canonised in 2014, recognised as a saint for his deep faith and enduring impact on the world. His famous words,
"Do not be afraid,"
continue to inspire millions today. As we mark this anniversary, Catholics across the world remember a pope who changed history, a shepherd who guided the Church through momentous times, and a saint whose legacy continues to shine. A historic time in the Catholic Church as it is preparing to welcome its first millennial saint. On Sunday, the 27th of April, Blessed Carlo Acutis will be canonised at St. Peter's Basilica, marking a historic moment for young Catholics worldwide. Carlo was born in London in 1991 to Italian parents but grew up in Milan, Italy. From a young age, he displayed a deep love for the Eucharist, attending daily Mass and spending time in adoration. His devotion earned him the nickname the Cyber Apostle of the Eucharist, as he used his skills in computer programming to create an online database documenting Eucharistic miracles around the world. At just 15 years old, Carlo was diagnosed with an aggressive form of leukemia. He passed away on the 12th of October 2006 and was buried in Assisi, a place he loved because of St. Francis. In 2020, Pope Francis beatified Carlo after recognising a miraculous healing in Brazil, where a young boy suffering from a rare pancreatic disease was cured after his family prayed for Carlo's intercession. A second miracle paving the way for canonisation was recently confirmed by the Vatican. Carlo's canonisation will be a powerful moment for the Church, especially for young Catholics, showing that holiness is possible in the modern world. With just weeks to go until the 27th of April, celebrations are already being planned in Assisi, Milan, and parishes worldwide. The event will be broadcasted live, allowing millions to witness the moment when Carlo Acutis is officially declared a saint. We bring you heartbreaking news from Myanmar, where the devastation of a 7.7 magnitude earthquake has left thousands of dead, many more missing, and the country reeling from unimaginable destruction. Cardinal Bo has made an urgent appeal for humanitarian support in the wake of this disaster. In an exclusive interview with Vatican News, Cardinal Bo spoke of the severe impact on the Mandalay region, which has seen the worst of the earthquake's effects. I have appealed to all concerned for urgent humanitarian support and unimpeded access to the affected people, emphasising the dire need for aid in the region. Cardinal Bo also called for a ceasefire between all hostile groups, urging all sides to come together and bring peace to the suffering people. This week marked a historic moment as the entire Bishops' Conference visited Westminster to meet the Scottish MPs for the first time ever. The visit, organised by Anthony Hodden from the Catholics Parliamentary Office, was an opportunity for open dialogue and relationship building between church leaders and elected representatives. During their time at Westminster, the bishops met with the Scottish Office, celebrated Mass and held an open meeting with MPs. The MPs expressed their appreciation for the visit, describing it as supportive and constructive. The bishops also met with Kirsty McNeill, Under-Secretary of State for Scotland at Dover House, where discussions focused on international aid, arms, immigration and poverty. The visit continues with a roundtable discussion between the bishops, MPs and peers at Parliament, fostering further engagement on these pressing issues. This meeting underscores the commitment of the Church to engage in meaningful conversations about the challenges facing Scotland today. Thank you for joining us on BCTV. Join us next week for your weekly Catholic catch-up.